Alright, let's go back up to this hat a little bit. So what I want to do now is, see how I'm starting to establish the downward edge and then the sloping edge. So we're going to scoop into that cut and then come down to it. Up into it and then down. Up in and down. And we don't want it to be perfect. We want it to have some wrinkles and oddball lines and let's take, first let me put my thumb back on here. Still got some square edges here and there. I'll take those off. Best way to do is to look down at your top. See if you can find that circle or near that circle. See what I did there? I cut a little bit of that hat off, so we could just cut it off even and go underneath, take a little bit off, round it off, and then do the same on top. What I was going to do was to go around this top edge. Let's 45 degree that off. Around that top edge. We want it to be more of a flat topped hat than anything else. We want the hat to lay flat, is what I meant to say. Not a flat top, but we just want it to lay down. Make it look like kind of like a rain hat. Starting to take a little bit of shape. Yeah, those sharp corners, and take those off. Okay. Let's work on these arms here a little bit. Have to go back and draw them in. I'm going to go center, if you need to draw your center line down, and then you can split, put the arms on either side of the center. Just go back and forth, match your other side. I'm gonna put some hands in these pockets there. This big long coat. And you come over a little on this side. Okay. So you're coming down his forearm there, going in deep, and his upper arm at that bend at his elbow, and then you're coming back and angling into the arm. Take that out. I've got a lot of arms, or a lot of lines there, so now where you've cut, you can see where you need to be. Take it out on the back side, going in pretty deep. And take some more out of that front. It gives a look of his arm going in the pocket. A little deeper there on the underneath side. Yeah, that back's pretty big, so we'll take some more out of there when we're get these arms cut in. Somebody's dog wants some attention, I hear. On the inside of these arms, on this side here too. Take some of that off, round those off. Alright, let's go and take some of this back off. Side back and very back. More so the upper back. Then the lower. The lower we can handle that because that's going to be part of his coat. And it's going to drape across his body. So it can be wide down there at the bottom. Alright folks, so I've got his eyes drawn in, big old round eyes this time, and we're going to separate, give him kind of a goatee looking thing. And I am going to, this back is still pretty thick, so let's I've already started doing this, but I've been starting at the bottom, towards the bottom, and scooping upwards. Just kind of give that back a little bit of a hanging. The coat hangs and then it kind of tapers out just a little bit at the bottom. So So start at the bottom, just a little above the bottom, and scoop upwards. See how it kind of gives it a tapering out at the very bottom. And at the same time, we're going to thin this back off. All right. Okay, let's thin off the back side. We want those shoes inside the bottom of that coat. So we're going to take at least that much off and then some more. You might have to cut back up into the coat area. Let's take quite a bit of these sides off too. Both sides. Alrighty. Nice flat spot now on the back of his shoes. So let's get some more of this on here on this side. Even it up a little bit. And let's draw a center line here on the back of his shoes. And you can look from the bottom as well. If you want, you can draw a line across the back of his straight line, across the back of his shoes, and then put that line in there. Mine was a little off. Let's put us a little V-cut. All right. While we're on the bottoms here, let's go down about 3/16 from the bottom up and cut those feet back towards the coat at an angle. Let's take a little bit more out in between these feet in the center. Give that some depth and a separation. I'm going to go back all the way back up to the coat. So angle your knife from your feet towards that center. All right, let's cut these eyes and ears in. So I'm just going to go around the eyes, and then we're going to cut from the inside out. And then leave a little spot in the middle for an eye. Just take the tip of your knife and go around your little cut that you just put in. Get your big thumb out of the way, Jeffro. And then we're gonna take quite a bit from the inside out, because we don't want super huge eyeballs. All right, there's the start. Now let's go over to the ears. On the top, you can just take out a little swoop down and then cut out the other 3 sides to start out with. If you need more off the sides, then you can take more, or off the top you can take more. Remember, the back side of the ears needs to be deeper. And the bottom, then the other 2 sides. And I just put if you'd like to see a human ear done, this is going to be a caricature ear, but I just put a video out this week, a how-to on an ear. If you'd like to see an ear carved. So now what we're going to do is, let's take some of this hat. I've already taken some of this hat back. I just cut right off the brim all the way around just a little bit. And now we're going to come back and angle that cut towards the edge. Give it a saggy hat look, drooping down. Like a rain cap looking hat. That's what I'm shooting for here. I was just thinking about left-handed carvers a minute ago. Most carvers you see out there are right-handed, especially the ones on YouTube. But you do find some lefties out there, and I was wondering if the left-handed carvers have a hard time with the right-handed carvers, because if I watch one, it's a little bit more difficult to me anyway, trying to figure out what's going on with when a left-handed carver is carving. So I'd say that the lefties have the same kind of issue with most of the right-handed carvers. It's just a little bit different. It's not really a problem. If I want to carve something that I see a lefty do, then I'll still do it. But it is a little bit more, I gotta think just a little bit more as you're doing it. All right. There's her little hat. So put something in the comments about that left-handed comment that I just made. If you have trouble trying to figure out what a lefty does, or if you're a lefty trying to figure out what a righty does, let me know in the comments. That looks more like a safari hat. So let's let's put a little split. You see the line that I've drawn in there for the coat. Just put a little split in there. Most of the time what I'll do is put a stop cut on one side, then I'll put a little V, little 45-degree on the other side. Let's shape this head up just a little bit in the back. We're still a little bit big on the head. Just like the front there, my arms and my pockets, one side's a little different. One side's a little higher than the other. And I like my carvings that way. You don't want it to be exactly the same on both sides. Alright, let's take some of this top of this nose back. See that big honking nose is sticking out there? It's going all the way up into his hat still. So let's start at the top here and start winding it down. What I'm going to do is, I wanted a crooked nose there. What I'm going to do is start at the very top and get it back up inside that hat. Well, I don't care if it goes all the way up to the hat. That's fine with me. I like that look anyway. And give it a look on the side and start taking more off. You can have any kind of nose that you want. Come from the tip of the nose back. Okay guys, I'm gonna hit him with some Scotch-Brite and see if we can't take some of these fuzzies out of here. But that's him finished up. So we will clean him up a little and take him to paint.